hope I'm wrong right now, but I'm beginning to think this is the end. Um, it seems like, at least in my area, every KFC is either closing or the food is so terrible nobody wants to go anymore. And this is something I grew up they're eating. Like there was literally a KFC 4 houses down my block. You went through the alley of a KFC. Um, the neighborhood kids would go through, would run through the alley, and you'd ring the doorbell on the back of the KFC for deliveries, and then they would open the back door up, and then there'd be a bunch of us, um, little mini thugs out there. We started throwing snowballs through the door, and they would go flying through the restaurant and shit. Yeah, that was what we did. But I grew up eating this, and over the years, it had its highs and its lows. But the high was probably when they had the original popcorn chicken. That was probably late '80s, early '90s. By far, probably the best thing I've ever had out of KFC was the original popcorn chicken. Now they probably don't make it anymore because we probably don't want to know what the hell was in it. But it was so goddamn good. I wish they would bring it back. I never liked any of the popcorn chicken products since. The original popcorn chicken was basically like all Krispies, and that was really good. Um, but I would say the last 25 times I've picked KFC up for some kind of family event or a party, getting it for myself, picking it up for my father, maybe 1 out of 25 times was good, and the rest of it's been trash. I've gone to 4, 5, 6 different KFCs. There's one KFC that I went to that it was actually made good, and it reminded me what KFC could be. But that's it. And it's been a long time. And I just had a meal from them that was so gross. I'm not sure I'm ever going back here. And this is one of my childhood favorites. Give me the extra crispy chicken. I can eat that all day long, even the original recipe. The mashed potatoes don't even taste like they used to. I think they're real downfalls when they got rid of the little bucket. You remember the little buckets? Those things were great. But every time I get the extra crispy, it it's like it's murdered. It's like so overcooked, or it seems like it's been sitting out forever. It's been so long since I just had a piece of properly cooked, extra crispy chicken from KFC. And when it is done right, it is so goddamn good. At a time when the world is blowing up over chicken and chicken sandwiches and fried chicken, I'm watching KFC close their locations down around me, and it makes no goddamn sense until you try to dine there. Um, the one that closed down by, I think there might have been two that closed down now that I think about it. Dude, I got to drive so far now. The closest KFC is probably 15, 20 minutes away now to get. It's crazy. There used to be KFCs everywhere. But the one that closed down by me, they had, and I just feel bad saying it, their workers, some of the most terrible people working there you've ever seen. They were lethargic, they were rude. Some of them looked like they didn't even wash their clothes at times. The food was always very slow. A lot of times you had to wait a long time because they were out of food. Um, the infamous going to KFC and they tell you they're out of chicken just to get the food, and the biscuits were like rocks. The extra crispies burnt all the hell, or the original recipe is just, it's like kind of greasy. Like something just went wrong with whatever they did there, and you just kind of give up. It's like I'm not I'm not. It's so expensive too. KFC is really expensive when you go buy a meal, and you expect it to at least be decent, but it's not. And I would say I've had it 6, 7 times, 8 times with my father. He likes KFC. He grew up on it too, obviously. But every time we get it, it's just garbage. And this last time, we're like, this is just gross. And I don't think our taste has changed. My dad still eats Campbell's Chunky soup and Gordon's fish sticks and shit. Like, there's like nothing changed about him. He eats the same way he's ate his whole life. He eats garbage. So I don't think he's eating this chicken thinking like, oh, I'm my palate has changed and I want some, good grilled chicken now. It's no, this dude likes fried chicken, but it was gross. And I saw the location. I got through delivery and I saw the location it's coming from. And I just had someone tell me that they went to order from this location, and the people were so dumb and such idiots, and the place just looked so dirty. that he got to the window and saw what was going on. He looked at the restaurant. He just pulled off. He's like, I'm not feeding my family this place. And they ended up going somewhere else. And it's like, so what's going on at KFC? Do you not have like region managers, these like operation managers that go around and make sure the food quality's there, that make sure their franchisees are doing shit the right way, that they're managing their stores properly? Do the operators, the owner operators, just care that little? Are they losing so much money that they just don't care anymore? They're running this brand into the ground, and I don't know how you save it. So if you can't get the store owners to care, and then you mix in that they can't even get the talent because there's a staffing shortage, this is a one-way ticket to going out of business. I just drove by another one that I thought was pretty busy, but the lights weren't on. It was like on the middle of a weekend day, and there's no cars anywhere. And I was like, did that one go out of business too? So are these places going to start dropping like flies? Yeah, dropping like fries. Nice. Can't even speak today. Well, kind of a pun. It's so you're watching these places just die off, and for what? It's like they're not competing with Chick-fil-A. If I want an extra crispy chicken, if I want KFC in general, I'm not even thinking about Chick-fil-A. You know, not all fried chicken's fried chicken at the end of the day, right? But they're just running these places into the ground, and it's like something that so many people grew up on. They still love to eat. They would still spend their money there. But when your food quality sucks, when your food consistency sucks, when the employees are rude, when your stores are dirty, when things are so slow, and it seems like nobody gives a shit, this is how you run yourself right in the ground. And you have so many loyal customers out there. They keep going back, hoping that it's going to get better. And you don't. You close the restaurant down. So it's from a business perspective, I hate seeing this because you have something. There's a lot of people that tried to pop up in the chicken game and they can't make it because their food sucked. You have good food, you just can't cook it right. You can't make it right. You can't get better ingredients. You can't get people to run the stores right. You can't get people to care. At the end of the day, isn't that what it is? You just don't have people that care. The operators don't care. Someone at corporate doesn't care. Some regional manager doesn't care. Let's let a whole, halfway like American institution of fried chicken go down the drain because you're letting all your stores just get run right into the ground. And you're sitting on one of the best chicken recipes for anyone to ever eat. But you can't cook the shit right. I don't know. This might be goodbye. I don't know. There's Popeyes. Fried chicken ain't going down. They're building more Popeyes. They're building more Chick-fil-A's. Every restaurant under the sun selling fried chicken now. Buttermilk chicken. Every kind of chicken. Chicken wing joints are popping up everywhere. The one you used to sell during the Super Bowl, the chicken wings that were like spicy wings, spicy hot wings or something. Those are good. What the hell happened to those? There were so many things that I felt KFC had going for it. They go spend millions of dollars trying to develop a chicken sandwich that's not even better than McDonald's. Like, what the hell's going on? I can make a better chicken sandwich in my kitchen. This shit's not that hard. Man, you should have focused on selling buckets of chicken and putting out some good side dishes that American families want to eat. Because that's what this comes down to. You wanted to take this bucket of food home and some side dishes. It was a big family-style meal for everybody. And you got away from that. And then you stopped cooking the chicken right and caring about how the mashed potatoes taste. And the biscuits, right? Everyone kind of lives on the biscuits. It's every restaurant is kind of known for what kind of bread product they have. KFC biscuit with some butter, with some honey, or butter and honey, and this shit's good. Until they serve you they're bricks. I could put a KFC biscuit in a tube sock and probably beat the hell out of somebody with it. It'd be a weapon, right? A cop pulled you over in a car and you had a biscuit and a sock, you're going to jail for having a deadly weapon in the car. Why is it so hard? For all those years, for decades, you're able to put out a biscuit that's cooked normal. Why are these biscuits hard as shit? Lesson learned, man. If you own a franchise, if you're about to buy into a franchise of any kind, you need to figure out, like, where's corporate? Imagine owning a franchise and then imagine you own like one good KFC and you care, but the 6 KFCs around you don't care. And they start dragging the brand in a hole and they cause you harm. This is what I tell people, man. You get in a restaurant game or anything, you got to do all your due diligence. See what all the owners look like. in terms of operating ability, how they run their stores. Look at what corporate looks like. Do they have their act together? Are they trying to make moves? Are they trying to get better? Do they believe in striving for excellence? Um, or do they just not care anymore? I see an organization that gave up. They just don't care anymore. Because I don't know how you put out this kind of garbage and let store after store close when you have a product that people actually want. It's that you can't deliver it correctly. So that's my thoughts on KFC. It is a goodbye for now, unfortunately. But, maybe one day again soon. Till then, I'm going to catch you on the next one.